Hello guys! It's me again, Bikolanahardinera, and welcome ulit sa ating channel! Oops! What do we have here? Anybody knows what plant this one is? Yeah, you're right guys. This one is a Philodendron Birkin. Ayan. This is one of the popular indoor plant that is commonly rare before, but now we can find this easily in a plant store. But before, this is a considered as the one of the rare plant and also a bit expensive. This Philodendron Birkin has a dark green leaves. Yeah, dark green leaves with a variation of white color to yellowish leaves color. See that one. This video I will share to you my care tips, propagation, watering, and the humidity that our Philodendron Birkin needs. So let's start first with the pots. To plant this kind of plant, we need a well-draining with drainage holes pot. This one to have a drainage hole under, and they are perfect in a ceramic or plastic pot. This one is the ceramic one and a plastic pot, but we can also use a terracotta pot, but always check the moisture of the soil, as this plant doesn't like to be dried soil. So better check if the soil is dry. You need to water them. Next is, speaking of the soil, okay, soil. This is the one of the important part of caring for a healthy Philodendron Birkin. So this Birkin needs a soil that is loose but not too loose. Too loose means same as the soil that we use for our cactus and succulents. We don't need that for our Birkin, as they love a moisture type of soil. And for me, I do use my own potting soil mix with a coco peat fiber or sphagnum moss with perlite. I do mix them all, and that's the soil mix I used for my Birkin, as the mixture do moisture for our Birkin plant. For the light of the Birkin, they thrive in a bright indirect light, but they can also tolerate a morning sun up to 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning. So, but don't allow them to be seated in a direct light up to afternoon light or sunlight, as they will burn the leaves. So they can tolerate only up to 8:30 to 9 a.m. sunlight. Too much exposure to sunlight can cause leaves to fall off, and as I've said, it will cause sunburn as well. Also remember, too much shade can cause also long spaces for the leaves, or it will turn into leggy stems. This one, I put them in a bright filtered position. That's why this Birkin have a compact leaf variation and spaces. So that's the perfect spot for them. And this one is kinda a bit leggy, as this one is my propagation for my Birkin. Also, too much shade can cause the stem to start to sag or wilt, and it will lead to plant death. So we don't want it to happen. So don't position your Birkin in too much shade or darker part position inside the house. Also use an artificial light or the grow lights, as these Birkin do love to be exposed in indirect light or artificial light for up to 12 hours. So we can also use a grow lights for them if our space don't have much light they needed for a day. So use artificial light. So in watering, guys, Birkin loves a moist soil. As you can see, all my pots are moist but not too wet, as it will cause root rotting. For me, I do water my Birkin plant every or twice a week. I water them. See, they're still moist, and tomorrow I will water them again. You can also determine when to water your Birkin when you poke your finger onto the soil, and your when you feel that the soil is dry, that's the time you can water them. Or you can use a moisture meter, as what I'm always do. I use moisture meter to check all my indoor plants, especially the ones who doesn't have a drainage holes for pots. So consider the season in watering your plant. In summer, you can use alternately every other day, or by winter you can just water them once a week, or depends on the size of the pot that you're going to use. So guys, tip, always mist your leafy endurable plants. Same as the Birkin, they love to be mist every week, or once a week. I do mist my Birkin and wipe them with a damp cloth. The Birkin do love a moisture and humidity. We can also buy a humidifier to add humidity for our plant. And if you have extra budget, humidifier is also a big help for our indoor plants. For fertilizer, guys, I always use a water soluble fertilizer. You can check my video regarding how to propagate or to plant succulents in water, as I show on that video my fertilizer for my indoor plants and outdoor plants as well. Also guys, if you want to make an organic fertilizer, you can also use a banana peel. Just soak it in water overnight and strain it, and you can use the banana water for our indoor or even outdoor plants, as they love magnesium and calcium as one of the nutrients they need. And also the eggshells, you can also soak the eggshells in water overnight, and you can use the water on it to fertilize our indoor and outdoor plants as well. So eggshells and banana peel is one of the commonly used organic fertilizer for our plants. And next is propagation. So before, guys, I do have two potted Birkin. This one is the one potted Birkin, and the other one I separate them by stem. And these are the propagated Birkin. Now that I have this, so from one potted plant I made 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, and 5, 6. So I separated 6 stems or 6 plants in one potted plant for my Birkin, And now I do have 6 propagated Birkin plants, 4 for propagation in water, and 2 propagated in soil, and 2 propagated in water. But as you can see, guys, this one, the Birkin propagated in water is not as healthy as the ones propagated by soil. You can see the ones in water are looks like a bit malnourished. That's why I'm planning to repot it and just planted them in soil. See this one? Even if I change the water every other day to avoid bacteria on it, still they doesn't grow well, same as the ones I planted. But the ones I planted in soil is as healthy as the ones I planted before. See, so if you want to propagate Birkin, just use for me no needed, or I'm not that expert to say this, but for my experience, propagation in soil is the best one for our Birkin. As you can see, the ones in water is very small in size, but the ones in soil are healthy ones. So propagation in soil, I recommend them if you want to propagate your Birkin. So this one, I will just transfer it in soil, as they do have enough roots, so they are ready to be repotted or replanted in soil now. And let's go to the common problems of Birkin plant. The common problem that we can encounter for our Birkin plant is spider mites and thrips. The spider mites is a reddish brown and super small, while the thrips is a color. Thrips is a slender insect with wings that suck up all the nutrients on the leaves, and they just leave a light dot shaped mark. But as for my Birkins, they doesn't have any thrips or spider mites, as I always check them once every time I check my Birkin plants to avoid attacking by thrips and spider mites, and also to avoid this kind of pest, you can always wipe the dust on our leaves for Birkin. Wipe the dust on Birkins, as this dust can attract the insects on it. So better always wipe them if you have time. Wipe the leaves to avoid insects. That's all for today, guys, and I hope you like my video and you learned something on it. And if you like my video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel, and click the bell button para lagi kayong updated sa mga videos na i-upload ko palagi. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye!